So a couple of things. There are too many taxes. We are an import-driven economy, and we have to change this. But we must be selective on how we tax some inputs in particular, because they fuel inflation. We've already told you that inflation, a lot of the inflation this month is imported. So we know freight charges have gone up. We know the currency, the exchange rate has not been doing too well. But I'm saying that the sheer number of taxes on some of the imported inputs is too much. Then the consequence of that is that prices have gone up because of that. Now the policy change to charge the 19.2%, 19.125% VAT for companies with turnovers above 500,000, that is worsening the situation. So the cost of goods are being driven up by high taxes. Now government has to find a way of getting more people to pay direct taxes, but reducing the consumer taxes. A lot of our taxes are on consumption. Now, if you tax consumption, you're really taxing economic growth, because even in the places like US, a lot of these mature economies, when growth is not going well, they urge people to spend. And when people spend, it kickstarts economic activity. Now, there are a lot of small size companies who are able to turn over 500k, not because they are big companies. 500k is not a very large. I was talking about the multiplier effect. If I give Kojo, I don't know, 100,000 cedis, he can do, and let's assume he's doing, he's selling, I don't know what he's selling, whatever he's selling, rice. His turnover being 500,000 doesn't mean he has 500,000 in the bank. Do you understand? Because turnover is not the same as profit or money in the bank. Turnover is basically how he's able to turn around that 100k. So he probably has 50 bags of rice. He goes to start selling them. He brings in new consignment. So if you look at his invoices for the past 2 months, it may reach 800,000. So you think, this guy is making a lot of money. Actual money in bank is probably 50,000 cedis. But because a lot of Ghanaian businesses know how to turn around money, if you do a tax policy based on turnover, you are really killing small business. And I feel that there must be a conversation about this in an open and frank way. All right. And I think businesses must speak up about the effect of this tax policy on their survival. Because I've said two things. Prices are rising in all the retail shops because of this new tax thing. Companies are having to pay even when they haven't collected the money. So as soon as Kojo issues a VAT invoice for a service he provides to somebody, even if the person hasn't paid him, as far as the revenue authorities are concerned, Kojo owes. He's going to leave. Yesterday, somebody came here he came to announce to me that he's leaving. He said he's going to look for a work to do. He said the company, he can't do it again. It's like, he said, I don't want to lie. And he says, when you think about all the possible ways you can go around this, there's no proper legal way of going around it. So either you die or you leave or you become a liar. Do you get me? And so I really want the head of tax policy at the Ministry of Finance, somebody, I met him a few weeks ago. I forget his name. Very nice man. I want him to do a 6-month review, even 3-month review of this VAT thing that they are doing. You see, he may get more revenue for government in the short term. But you see, you can only get tax from a company that exists. When the company is dead, it's dead. So a bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. If you are making 4% or 5% from 10 companies, and you say you want to make 20%, you get 2 companies. Isn't it better to make 5% from 10 companies than to get 20% from 2 companies? So I think that there must be a study. Legon Economics Department do a study on the effect of the change in this VAT policy on the survival of small business, and I'm very sure they will come up to the conclusion that in the 2022 fiscal year, X number of businesses were shut down because of this tax policy, in addition to the inflationary effects of the tax policy. So I am saying that the fiscal side of the equation is not balancing the monetary side, and no matter what rate the governor announces, it will not work if the tax authorities don't align the fiscal policy to the objectives of the monetary policy. That is what I'm saying.